Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. College football playoff rankings. Here we go. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? And listen, you're watching. You want to come in and say your piece for your team? I'll put a link out there. You want to come on? I don't care. Listen, we got. I don't understand. And again, I'm all over here. I'm on the other screens as well here, looking at this. You got, and I understand, Miami's all upset. Oh, we need, we beat Notre Dame. Well, fellas, you lost twice as a 10-point favorite. That's not good. My whole contention with this is you want to bash Notre Dame for their weak schedule. How the hell? Why is Oklahoma in here? Why is Oklahoma in here over Alabama? I'm hoping Alabama gets the boot. I mean, Georgia. Do you think they want the bye week? They want to kind of play hard here? Although Kirby Smart gets his butt kicked by Alabama. Please tell me that. And this is BYU is 11-1 with their loss being to Texas Tech. And they're 11th. Why? Alabama lost to Florida State. Are we forgetting this? If Alabama wins, I guess they're automatically in because it'd be SEC champs. Shouldn't Texas get in there? I mean, they lost to Florida, and Florida beat Florida State, and Alabama lost to them. So Texas loses to Ohio State. We're going to get on them for losing to Ohio State? The 1 seed? You lost to the 3 seed who, if they win, they're going to be the 2 seed because 1 and 2 are going to take a loss? I think it makes sense to me here. BYU is the 11. Miami's the 12. So if BYU wins, they're the conference champ. Is that what we're going with here? Is Virginia going to get in? Conference champ number 5, is that Virginia? Is that Duke? Tulane? North Texas? James Madison? Let's just be thankful that they don't have Tennessee still in the top 25. I guess we got that going for us here. Guess we got that going. That's working in our favor. Alabama gets in if they beat Georgia. And they're going to roll from a 9 seed. How high are they moving up? You have to call me crazy. You think they leapfrog the 2 teams in front of them from the same conference who aren't playing. Right? I mean, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have 5 SEC teams in here. Is that a joke? How is Ole Miss getting in? They don't got a coach. If you're gonna say, well, if week one doesn't matter to Notre Dame or the Miami losses, however, how is this the same team? They got a different coach. They got a different coach. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's confusing. And this is all SEC BS. So when they expand it again, it's no problem because here comes Texas and Vanderbilt to fill out the rotation. Alabama's in the championship game, and they're behind 4 teams from their own conference. This is the crap I'm talking about. This is the crap I'm talking about. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Georgia loses to Bama. Bama's the worst seeded team. Behind Oklahoma. I mean, do we not remember how they treated Florida State? Have you seen the Oklahoma offense, people? Anybody? Has anybody seen it? It's missing in action. Nick, Iowa. What are we talking? Iowa football? What are we talking about, Nick? Michael B's in the house. I came in late. There's a show. That boy Mason. Yeah, it's college football we're talking about. College football. They have championship games this weekend, and they have bowl game playoffs. What about Texas? I would be begrudging to say Texas should be in. You're gonna put a 10-3 Alabama team in. Why wouldn't Texas make it? They got 3 losses. Who'd they lose to? Georgia? Just like Ole Miss lost to Ohio State. While Ole Miss was playing Southeast Mississippi or some clown college. I mean, we're going to talk about them losing to Florida, who beat the brakes off of Florida State, who crushed Alabama. But Alabama's loss is already week 1, not Notre Dame's, because they're an SEC team. SEC nonsense. Bunch of crapola. So what are we hoping for this weekend? Georgia. Please win, Kirby Smart. Can you beat this team? Can you finally beat these guys and get them out of the playoff? And then what? We need Tech to beat up on BYU, which I think they should. I mean, they should have crushed BYU the first time they played them. That game was what? 27-9? Should have been 47-9 or whatever the hell it was. And no one else is going to move here. No one else is going to move. 1 and 2 play. And you know what? I hope they should stay 1 and 2. Why should Georgia move up to the 2 spot or Texas Tech move up? Well, they'll move Georgia up because they're the SEC. Because look at us, we're the SEC. We got to be the top team here. You know they'll move them up. They'll move those guys up. They'll move them to 2. Indiana to 3. Texas Tech, should they win, go to 4. I think Oregon played it the best. You know what? Let's lose 1 game. We don't have to worry about this nonsense. They're not going to move. I mean, A&M falls 4 spots. Well, I mean, they should fall 4 spots. Who the hell they didn't beat anybody of note? Oklahoma, I mean, if they, right, Florida State can't be in it. They're not good, right? They had a bunch of problems. How do you put Oklahoma in there? Ole Miss should be gone. Ole Miss shouldn't be in here. I don't care, Ole Miss fans. Come at me. Your coach left. It's a different team. They've already set precedents for this kind of crap. Oklahoma offense last couple weeks, terrible. Can't wait to bet against them. Can't wait to bet against them. And who's I got to roll that out with? Virginia? BYU? I'm just conference champion. They're a 6 seed. Unbelievable. I mean, Evan, Texas, like, why should, if I'm Texas, you should have an argument. Hey, we beat A&M, who was a top 3 team. We lost to the number 1 team. And if we're forgiving losses, the worst loss on the docket goes to Alabama. I mean, the ACC, and let's be honest, Miami, thank goodness you beat Notre Dame. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have a leg to stand on. That's all you got. Well, we beat Notre Dame. Well, you lost twice to 2 teams that you are 10 or more point favorite against. That's not a good team. That's not a good team. You want to get knocked off once? A lot of guys got knocked off once this year. Georgia got knocked off by Alabama, a top 10 team. Texas Tech got knocked off on the road, late touchdown there, cost them. Oregon loses at home to the number 2 team. Ole Miss loses to the number 3 team. A&M loses to the number 13 team. Oklahoma loses to the 2-5 team or 2-6 team. Alabama. Exactly. Should drop. I agree. I mean, Auburn has 1 win, and they were in a dogfight with Auburn. And Auburn 1-7 in the SEC. Notre Dame should be ranked higher. Let's not get carried away, Dave. Let's not get carried away. They beat nobody. Who did they beat? USC? That's their big win? I mean, I don't think it should be ranked higher. Texas Ohio State 14 points. I'm going to say the same thing that I said here about Notre Dame's loss. You went on a road with a freshman quarterback, and you almost won a game. Texas, top dog, Heisman hopeful quarterback, went on a road, played against a tough Ohio State team. Again, they're replacing a lot of guys. I'll give them their credit, but you got to kind of take it encompassing. You know what I'm saying here, Evan? Because if they're gonna get on for Notre Dame, like, oh, it's a bad loss. I guess this is a bad loss too. It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying here. It's not a valid point. You guys went on a road versus a rebuilding team, still champs. Not a bad loss. Not a bad loss. Better now the season started. Well, that doesn't matter for Notre Dame because you're not an SEC school. It only matters for their schools. Big Ten, SEC. Evan, I'm not saying they didn't play good teams. The problem is they have the loss to Florida. But I don't understand why the loss to Florida State for Alabama isn't worse. Especially since Florida just beat them. Well, maybe. Who knows? I like Texas Tech's team. We'll see how they play out, though. Yeah. We'll take Shea over him. He's better. I mean, people are nuts, Jesse. People are nuts. Nick, yeah. Here's Mr. Nick. For those of you who are watching on X or YouTube or wherever you're watching, Nick came in and told us to lay Iowa minus 3,200 on the money line. They lost. He's gotten 2 wins since then. He's got a little while to go to get back to even. SGA over Prime Jordan, absolutely. I'm telling you, Jesse. Jesse, we should come on. We knew already no one stopped Love all year, and now the QB has some experience. Well, Love is hurt. Listen, Dave, apparently, I'm sure you got a Notre Dame hat on in this photo. You're a diehard Irish guy. I get it. They look really good. But let's see, health-wise, how our guy is here. Over Ohio, Indiana seems obvious. Take the under, Sushi. Take the under. We have to stop pretending like progress this season is acknowledged by the first few weeks. Do matter how you're playing now holds merit. I think so, and it should. But it only does that for certain teams. Oh, it was minus 38,000, not 3,200. Okay. You're close, though, Nick. You only got 37,650 to go to get even. It's possible. One winner a day, you'll be all right. Here's the thing, though. It's so, and I said this when they expanded it from 4. Oh, we need more teams. You don't need more teams. 4, I guess you got to go 6 because you have too many conferences. Now we're at 12. Well, we need 16 here. Are you telling me at 16 is USC winning this whole thing? Vanderbilt. I know people are going to be Vanderbilt can win it all. There's not 16 teams that can win it all. And the shortest only going to be 24 in 3 years when they expand it again. 6. That's what it should have been. But they want their money. That's why they're in this stupid-ass predicament anyway. They want 19-team conferences. And then the icing, the whipped cream on the proverbial pile of dog crap is that they don't even split them up into divisions. Nope. So now you got your unbound schedule. Nobody plays one side. Half the teams. If you had divisions, you'd have a champ on each side. Cut and dry, you got a winner. Nope. Now we got to pick and choose here. Now we got to figure out who we're going to take. Ridiculous. Conference champs are one at large. Yeah, but they're going to say a weak conference doesn't deserve it. Well, how come the SEC? It's always been about the SEC getting 2 teams in, or in this case, 6. Getting 6 teams in, soon to be 8 teams. Then it'll be 10. When it's 16 teams, they're going to make it. There's got to be 10 SEC teams in here. Duarte says, you're my favorite gay streamer. Gay meaning happy, I hope. Duarte. No, more the merrier. It's crap to crappier, Sushi. Because here's the thing. The playoffs have already wrecked the regular season because, hey, if we lose, who cares? Who cares? You think Oregon, hey, if we lose here, it's all right because we win the rest of our games, we're still in playoffs. Georgia, we want to win, but we lose, we're still in the playoffs. We got 2 losses. Who cares? They're still in. What game? Who does this matter to besides Ole Miss? Texas Tech is in with a loss. BYU needs a win, although, again, at 11-1, you got 2-loss teams ahead of them. Madison would get torched by TCU or Louisville. Well, the good news is neither of those teams are even in here. And I don't know if they get torched by Louisville. They played Louisville and they lost 28-14. Again, that was their first game of the year. If Notre Dame struggles the first game of the year, is James Madison allowed to take a loss the first game of the year? Dude, they 100% want Alabama in. If Alabama loses, they're still going to. They'll still get in, especially if BYU loses. It's going to be the Big 10, SEC, and Big 12. AC's bad. BYU, Texas Tech, Miami are all overrated. I mean, have you seen the standings for the SEC? I mean, overrated. Alabama just played a dogfight against a team that's 1-7 in conference play. Mississippi State 1-7, South Carolina 1-7, Arkansas 0-8, Florida 2-6, Kentucky 2-6. Kentucky's so tough. Louisville beat them 41-0. What the hell are we doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams under 500, a 7-5 team, a couple 8-4 teams, Missouri and Tennessee, who were just plugged into a top 25 beginning of the year to make the other teams look good. Come on. Why would the Irish drop to 10? They were 9 last week. Well, because their running back got hurt and they didn't have a 50-point win blowout. And here comes the SEC, Alabama, rising in the rankings. Here comes Alabama. Texas moves up 3 points. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke at this point. Cool Toaster Dude says, roll Tide. We'll see if they make it. You need to win. You can't put these guys in here with 3 freaking losses. You can't do it. You can't do it. They're close. They're close, Jack. I don't know. They're on the outskirts looking in Ohio State. Go Dogs. Bob is looking for a little Georgia action. You better, dude. I took Georgia already. I had them last time they played Alabama and they lost. Holy cow. If you lose again, I'll tell you what, you're a Georgia guy, Bob. Are you getting rid of Kirby Smart because you can't beat Alabama no matter who's coaching? You beat them once. It was for a national title. You can't beat DeBoer? Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. GG, Bobby GG. He likes the Sooners. I don't think the Sooners should be in the playoffs. They took Florida State out because they were crap. Your offense is terrible. What is a joke that the Big Ten is a legit Division I conference? No, Ferris Bueller. Ferris is coming in and throwing shots at the Big Ten. Big Ten is making the SEC their little bitches. They are 1-2 in the rankings, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, the way the SEC biases. But you can't have an undefeated team. The SEC's got none. Can't get rid of Kirby. Best ever. I'm just saying. Can you beat Alabama? Can you beat Alabama? I know it doesn't make a difference. He can lose and still get in the playoffs, and that's what he's going to say, well, we don't need to win this one. We're still in the playoffs. That's our goal. And that's the problem with the playoffs. Nobody conference championships don't matter. They're going to be gone in 2 years. There'll be no conference championships. There'll be none. SEC title game, college football lovers. I like Georgia. I took Georgia. Georgia at minus 120, 121, and minus 133. Who does Big Ten play that they are top 10 during the season? Well, they play other Big Ten teams, just like the SEC plays their teams. Watch Duke win, North Texas, James Madison get in. That's it. Listen, do I think Duke should get in if they win? No. I mean, but they set these rules that conference champions from these things are in. So Duke will be the, 12 seed? They'll be the 12 seed, and they'll get run out of the building. And you know what? More power to him because there you go, Manny Diaz. Miami didn't want him anymore, and there he is. He's dancing. He should come out in a Sebastian Ibis outfit for the playoffs because Miami's going to be home. Hey, it wasn't good enough for you guys. Here I am in the playoffs. You're home again. Go Dogs. I like Georgia too. I like Georgia. David Tyree. Is this really David Tyree? Nice catch. I like Alabama over Georgia. SEC championship game is Saturday night. Saturday night. It's all right for fighting. And it's in Atlanta, as usual, at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 2.5-point dog for Alabama. 2.5-point doggies. I mean, really, the Big Ten bottom half is as pathetic as the SEC bottom half. I mean, I said, here we go. I'll run down the Big Ten bottom half. It's as bad as the SEC. We got 0-9 Purdue and 0-8 Arkansas. 1-7 Auburn, Mississippi State, and South Carolina. 1-8 Michigan State, Maryland. 2-7 Rutgers and Wisconsin. 2-6 Florida and Kentucky. 3-5 LSU. 3-6 UCLA and Penn State. I mean, the Big Ten is just bigger because it's like the Big 20. But all crap teams, half of the conference under 500, just like the SEC. There's no difference. There's no difference. You got your top teams, Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, SC, Michigan, just like you have Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Mississippi at the top. Still got those same 5 teams, 6 teams, whatever, and a bunch of trash at the bottom. Bunch of trash at the bottom. Auburn at its Auburn. Why couldn't you guys hang on and knock out Alabama? 1-7, you almost did it. Would have been great for everybody involved. Saved me this video. Winning it, I grabbed a A&M and a Texas Tech. I think they're like 11 and 13 to 1s or something like that. I don't remember. I just grabbed a couple Texas schools. Took a shot. Who knows? Will I be surprised if Ohio State wins again? No. I'd like to see something different. I got to look at the updated odds. I like to take more juicier numbers than the favorites there, Auburn. Saptio's in the house. Alabama's going to lose to Georgia. They better lose to Georgia. But here's the thing. They still might put them in at 10-3. That's the problem. 10-3. How do you put the SEC championship game guy out of the playoffs? He's in the SEC championship game. 3 losses. You can't put him in over Miami. Hell, I think you should put him in over North Texas or James Madison if they're 12-1. I mean, if BYU is 12-2, you lost to Texas Tech, who's going to be the 4 seed or the 3 seed. Any team with losing record this season that you didn't feel deserve it. Any team with losing records? I don't even know. I don't worry about records till we get to here. TBI. I mean, I'm more of a game-to-game bet. I'm not worried about who had a bad season, fluky losses. I mean, that's more. You know when I'll find out who that is? In another week when I start doing bowl matchups to see teams that are 7-5 and 8-4s in these mid-tier bowls and who maybe had an injury or some quarterback got hurt and cost them 3 games. They could have been 10-2 instead of 7-5, stuff like that. But off the top of my head, I don't have anyway. Georgia never beats Alabama. I agree. I mean, they beat them once. I don't think they're winning. I want them to. 100% they want them in. Oklahoma should not be in the playoffs. 100%. No Auburn. Your quarterback's not healthy, Auburn. I'm sorry. Excuse me, Auburn. Auburn's the questionnaire, the commenter. Oklahoma, your quarterback's been terrible. It's been terrible. He's not healthy. He's going to be healthy in 2 more weeks. Come on. Again, 3 losses. You got 3. I know the argument. You lost to Ohio State. I'm not going to. That's fine. You lost to a tough team. The Florida loss hurts. Although I think it should be offset by the fact that Florida beat Florida State and Florida State beat Alabama, because that's the way the committee apparently looks at games. They conveniently forget that one, though. Marco Rubio said, if Miami doesn't get it, it's a crime. No, it's a crime that they lost to 2 unranked teams. If they didn't play Notre Dame, we wouldn't be having this discussion, because they wouldn't be in this spot. Then they'd be out of it, and no one would be talking about them. But you beat Notre Dame in August in the rain, and all of a sudden you're supposed to be in. No. Double-digit favorite twice, you lost as a double-digit favorite twice. Who's got worse losses than that? Alabama's got the worst loss of the season by far of all these teams. They lost to Florida State. They want to get on Texas for losing to Florida. You lost to Florida State, Alabama fans. 17-point favorites. Making the Miami 10s look like pick'ems. Dan, 6 teams, that's it. Absolutely. Well, they'll get in the future if they go back to the Pac-12. They're not making it in the Big Ten. This is them. They wanted, hey, we're gonna bust this open up. We're gonna do our own thing. We're going, yeah. You ruined the Pac-12 and you can't play Big Ten football. Good luck. You'll never sniff a football playoff ever again in your history. You are an 8-4 team for the rest of your lives, maybe 9-3, and then you hit the Duke's Mayo Bowl for win number 10. You're not contending for a Big Ten title. Nope, that is all Ohio State, Michigan, and now apparently Indiana's found the groove, and they got to put Oregon in that mix. Because Oregon, if they just lose 1 game a year, they could get into that championship game every year. USC can't play Big Ten football. They're soft. But they don't have the best argument because they got the most losses. How's it a good argument? We lost to 2 good teams. You lost to Florida. That's the problem. You lost to Florida. Georgia whipped you by 30. Dan's rants. I don't know about these games. Very good college football season. But, man, how much confidence been in this jumbo team's place? Man, my season is still freaking jumbled. You had a great season. I was 132 and 115. Not good. Good for you, Dan. Great year. But anyway, there you go. That's my half-hour rant. The college football playoffs. Ridiculous. Alabama getting a shot again in here. If they win, fine. 10-3? No. Or 11-3? No. No, yeah, they'll be 10-3 if they lose. No, they shouldn't get in. Lane did all, mister. Well, if you wanted to go to LSU, that's fine. They knew he was leaving. They knew that. But Oh, I'm the victim. Oh, they won't let me coach. I want to coach so bad. Yeah. Get the hell out of here. And again, Ole Miss, you shouldn't be in the playoffs, Ole Miss. You got no coach. If it's all about how you're playing now, right? It's like, well, Notre Dame's playing better than a bunch of these teams. Now they should be in there. I don't know how Ole Miss is going to play without their coach and their offensive coordinator. How good are they going to be? They're going to be good? For all you know, tomorrow when they have the portal opens, the quarterback says, I'm going to LSU with my offensive coordinator and my coach. See ya, Mississippi. 3 a.m. likes Ohio State. I like Ohio State this weekend. 4.5, let's go. Lil Q Sports says Oklahoma. Lil Q, Oklahoma should not be in the playoffs. The committee's already said injuries and stuff matter. Your quarterback is not 100%. This is not a top 10 team. They're not. I don't care if they win a game 17-6. Get out of here with that stuff. They're going to lose. They will lose. Who do they got in the first round? Who do they got here? Alabama. That's great. Well, Alabama's going to be gone. So who's going to move down into that thing? Notre Dame? Notre Dame, Ole Miss? Notre Dame will move up a spot? Yeah. Damn, it's just about time to start my transition to college. Hoops. Lost on Iowa tonight. I see all the money on Sparty, and it was 4.5. And that's the thing here. I'm college basketball for me, Dan, 78-74. And I'm with you. I see some of these numbers just all over the place. Last year I started 97-71. So I got 20 less games, and they're all wins that I've missed out on. Apparently I've left 20 wins out from last November to this November. But yeah, the lines, and I thought I was doing worse than what I was in the totals. Like I'm like, oh man, these totals are, I'm getting hurt. I got to stay from the totals. I thought I was losing because a lot of totals have been moving like 3-4 points. And I'm thinking, oh man, if I just stayed off the totals and try to, instead of trying to catch falling nines, I'd be okay. But no, totals not the problem for me, believe it or not. Totals actually been pretty good, 25-13 for me, 66% on total. So they've actually been like a savior for me. And here I thought they were hurting me, but man, the lines rough. 2-1, waiting on Kansas against UConn. One of the Sooners did better. I got to who'd I grab tonight? I have New Mexico -1.5. Northern Illinois over 146.5. Jackson State plus 12.5. North Florida plus 9. And over 131.5 in the Iowa game. I don't even know how any of these games have gone tonight. Don't even know how they went. So let's see. Halftime Baylor, Northern Illinois. Lindenwood up 8. That's 84 points. Yeesh, I need can I get anything out of Northern Illinois in the second half here? Valpo, Marquette, Bradley, Sam Houston, Wagner. Sam Houston beating Okie State. Wow. Finals, Penn State won. Boy, I thought Tennessee was going to be good this year, and here's Syracuse again with a nice win. Man, Michigan State rolls there, huh? 123. That's my total is a loser there. Loser. I'm a loser. George Mason. Rhodey, I looked at that game. Wake Forest getting crushed. How's Moorhead and Murray looking? Huh. Well, anyway, let's get out of here. That was my little rant for today. There you go. There you go, everybody. Alabama, hopefully they lose and they get kicked out. Goodbye. And that's that. I don't think a 3-loss Alabama should be in there. If you put a 3-loss Alabama team, then you need a 3-loss Texas team. It's just science. Oh, you lost to Florida. Yeah, well, Florida beat Florida State, and Alabama was favored by 17 and lost. If we're going to get on Miami's 2 double-digit losses as a favorite, you got to give it to Alabama as well. You lost to a team that Florida's team lost to that beat them. Right? Is that the way this works with the stupid rankings by the committee? Terrible. Get rid of the playoffs. It'll never happen. They sure as hell going to drop down to 6 teams. It'll be 16 soon enough. Then 20, 24. No more bowl games. Oh, don't worry about it. We're gonna put these small teams in there. BS. Not happening. It'll be the SEC, the Big 10, the Big 12, maybe some remnants of the ACC, and then everybody else will have their own separate league. That's what's going to happen. No, you can't have 3 losses, bro. You're going to have a 3-loss team over a 1-loss team. No. Yeah, that's their thing. They made the champion. You can't punish them. Yeah, well, exactly, Auburn. I mean, how did they miss out? Because they lost to Georgia. And they didn't play however they do their breakdowns. It's crap. Bring back the BCS. Bring back the BCS. All right, there you go. My little rantaroni here on the playoffs. Stick around. About 2 hours from now, hour and a half. Look headlines. We'll jump into Week 15 NFL. You want to talk about Week 15 NFL? Who we're betting? Who I'm betting? That's where I'm at. Gonna look at some college basketball right now for tomorrow, and then I'll be on to NFL for next week. We got some winners already looking in our pockets. See how we do. Well, thanks for watching. All those who've popped in, scrolled by. If you haven't, if you're on the YouTube, whether it's the phone side of things or the big screen, hit the notification bell. I'll be back later talking Week 15 NFL action. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.